It's a paradox. When you stop obsessing and trying so hard to do something or to get something, including the spiritual pursuits, it gives space to where life can do its thing. The divine can do its thing. You see, it's a higher, you can say on some level, spiritual realization when one comes to know this. I can tell you that. I know that. I used to be obsessed. I just wanted to get higher. I want to get higher. What do I got to do to get higher? I'd go to a class every day. I'd be running down the street when I was in LA. My friend, he'd say, "You going to another class?" Yep. I just get to that class. I went to every church in the phone book. I did. I liked Course in Miracles. I went to there, but I was going to a group every night, because I was going to get it. I was going to get this spiritual thing. Sometimes I tell somebody, like, I don't read anymore. Oh man, he's like closed to reading. No, because I spend all day and night reading almost for, I don't know, a solid 3 years. Like I was, you just get done with these things. But they have their necessary stage in place also. That's why, you see, I think it's good if somebody is a teacher or if they're making videos or if they're writing books, you got to know who you're talking to. You see, you got to know who you're talking to, because then you can talk appropriately. I'm talking to those who are a bit more seasoned. We have sometimes a private seasoned group. So those who are more seasoned, you can send an email, and then we'll see what we can do. Only if you're interested. I'm not interested in recruiting people. Like, this is, what's the saying? Law of attraction, not promotion. Yeah, I'm a full-on proponent of that. All right, so I went off a little, and damn it. We're talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about, I don't even have it in front of me. I remember. How to elevate the consciousness more quickly. Okay, I had to do all those things though. Oh yeah, then I started saying we have to know who we're talking to. You see, that stage, when I was going to the classes all the time, I couldn't have listened to myself now. Somebody saying, "Look, man, you just chill." I couldn't have. Now, here's another trap. The more, spiritually immature people. This is the thing with internet. Now you can read and hear, all kinds of, sacred pointings that get stepped down into some just silly mental level of things. So people read there's no seeker, there's no searcher, there's nothing to do, but they're not even close to being in that stage. That's the other trap. So if I would have heard myself talking back then, well, I couldn't have become a non-dual robot. It just wasn't my destiny. We all have our destiny. I was like, if I heard myself saying this to me back then, I'd be like, okay, something like that. I wouldn't have computed it. Like, the drive to try to find something that would help me was so strong, I couldn't turn that off, So I had to go through that stage. Osho said something once, I'll paraphrase, and I realized this my own self. I might have said it before I heard him say it, but when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, he knows. It's fun. It's fun when you hear somebody else say your realization. He said, or the universal realization, nobody's realization. He said, the only purpose of techniques and all this stuff is to realize they don't work. Like I said, that's my realization. He said something similar, and but yet I had to. How do you get to see they don't work? You got to do them and see. So both things help to elevate one's consciousness. You go try and do, but do it full on. Be like me, just keep running and going to classes. if that's the stage you're in, because then you can go through it faster. And then if you're in the next stage, which is you organically, keyword, realize like, I just can't, like, I don't, these, I can't get self-realization by like doing something. Like I can't, like it's too intangible. It's too intimate of a process, too complicated. Like I can't, because the mind takes the classes and the courses and blah, 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 because it thinks it's gonna like intellectually get it to throw itself into self-realization or something. Like we have to realize, which we will at some point, it's destiny, that like that doesn't work. Once that realization's organic, there's a natural, just you kind of let go. You don't, you just don't do it anymore. It's like I don't wear clothes I wore when I was 4 years old. It's not like I'm trying to put them on and then, somebody says, or I read a book say you shouldn't do that. I say, okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't. No, I just like, you don't do it. That's organic. I went to an ashram when I was 20. Did I mention my book's out? Autobiography of a Human. You can see it if you want. The link's in the video description. It reminded me because I talk about the ashram, because I was in the ashram, and I was young. I was 24 or something, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to the ashram. I'm done. I was living in downtown LA, Hollywood, trying to be an actor. That's a funny chapter too. And I'm like, this is stupid, man. I'm just getting restless. Like I want to go to the ashram, and I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna eat healthy food. That's the thing I miss the most, actually. And just gonna do that, and then come in self-realization, and then everything else will just burn up, and I'll be in samadhi forever. What was the point? So I don't remember why I was sharing that example, though. I don't know. Let's forge ahead. So I thought, though, by going there, that would elevate my consciousness. It does. Everything does. That's the thing. Oh, then I saw the monks and everything, and I could see, like, that's not working. Like, they're trying to do what I'm doing, except they've been there longer, so they're even more restless. Ashram started making me restless. I had these things in me that I wanted to, like, go experience, and, and I couldn't do that in the ashram. And the point wasn't, I'm going to force myself to stay here. See, that's mine. Mine's trying to force itself into self-realization. I feel like Buddha really got that point. I think he did also. Like, I tried to dry fast myself into self-realization. I tried to do all kinds of things. I think he hanged upside down from a tree and just whatever. Body mutilation. I'm going to push myself out of the body. That's all mine doing that. But we got to do that for a little bit. That's like that's part of one of the ingredients to the recipe of having some organic seeing, is you do these things. If you think that it'll help, it's not think. If you just feel inside like, no, I just, yeah, maybe it won't help, but I got to go do it. Yeah, man, go do it. Like, and I don't say that in a condescending way. Go do that so that then you'll be at the next thing. Like, you'll have that experience. Some of the younger guys on the Semen Retention channel, they're like, they tell me, like, I don't know, like, should I have sex with my girlfriend? And I'm like, God, just go do what you want to do. That's what you do. And then you do that enough, and then you'll start to realize something will just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to do this, God. I don't know how. I've worked my ass off trying. I'm pretty smart, but I couldn't figure it out. I tried so many teachers and gurus and courses and techniques, and like, something's not satisfied. I'm just gonna chill. Okay, that's what Buddha did, and he's just chilled by the Bodhi tree. He's like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Whoa, I feel like I found what I'm looking for when I stopped looking. Huh, it's a phenomenon. Yeah. But that has to happen organically. The mind will take that and say, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to call off the search, and then I'm going to let go. You don't have the power to. Grace is doing this all through us. Okay, but somehow talking about it to those who, who are tuned, which is who I'm talking to, it might help vivify these things that you already know, but maybe they're a little bit dormant or asleep. That's the purpose of videos and books and satsang. But there has to already be some seed in you sprouting to where this activates it. Otherwise, see, then people get into debates. I mean, how are you going to debate this? No, it's not like that. Okay, good. It's not like that. There. We're done. Next. So, there's no recipe how to elevate the consciousness. It's an organic happening. It's a happening that takes place when grace deems it's time to take place. You just be clear inside. I've said before, take a paper and write, what am I doing? Just, what am I doing? And then listen inside, like, what am I doing? Get in touch with this inner sanction and let it tell you what you're doing. Not the logical, deductive, pros and cons mind. This is what I should be doing, and this is the best way to do. No, not. You got to realize the difference between the two. Your inner intelligence or guidance versus the logical, deductive mind. It's a huge difference. And so you listen to that, and then let it tell you what you're supposed to be doing. Then the mind will try to judge it. Yeah, but I don't know if this is fast. Yeah, see, you got to catch it. So I don't know what you're saying, mind, but I'm listening to this. It's telling me that I don't need to do anything right now. Yeah, but you need to meditate and you got to go do that. I know, but it's telling me I don't need to do anything. All right, you don't do nothing. And the next morning, maybe this will say, go rent this cabin out in the woods for 24 hours. The mind will say, no, do it for 3 weeks. It's faster, it's better. You see, you have to catch this play. This is how you elevate things. Growth can become exponential at any moment we don't know. Because the mind judges, no, but this will take too long if I do it like this. You don't know. I've shared before in a story, a girl was getting raped not all the way, she was jogging, he tackled her, he was holding her down and getting ready to go to the next level, and all of a sudden, she didn't do this. You think this is a decision you can make in a moment like that? No. Something surrendered in her. The divine chose to experience this way and looked at the perpetrator with such compassionate, loving eyes that he got up and ran away. She scared him. He thought he was scaring her. And she said from that point on, there was a shift, and it didn't go away. She wasn't sitting in meditation or in a ashram when that happened. Yeah, she was in some extenuating circumstance. So we don't know how this can work. Stop trying to listen to the mind. Stop believing what the mind tells you about how this should work or how it shouldn't work. We have no idea. You trust more and more. Catch yourself when you're not trusting, and then bring yourself back and just trust what it's telling you to do. Anytime you feel fearful, insecure, remember, ask yourself this question. Am I relying on my human ego, mind, self for guidance, or am I relying on existence? Oh yeah, that's more expansive. When I remember that God's running the whole show here. Okay, cool. There you go. I'll see you soon.